parties and I love the product. At the time, I was working a full-time job, along with being a mother and a wife. So needless to say, my schedule was already pretty full. My main reason for wanting to become a consultant was so I can get out of my house and away from my family. I figured, why not? My husband, he gets to go hang out with his friends on the weekends. He gets to go hunting, fishing, do all the stuff that husbands get to do, while I get to stay home with the kids, be the chauffeur, be the maid, be the cook. Do I really need to go on?
Amen.
So I signed up. Most of the time, I struggled to even get 2 shows a month on my calendar. Then one fateful day in January 2013, I received a call from my upline director, Sue Size. Okay, I have to be honest. She called a few times within that year and left messages, but I never called her back. I guess while I was embarrassed by how little I was doing with my business and by how much I was struggling. So to my surprise, this last message was her congratulating me on reaching my $15,000 in career sales and earning my necklace. So she had received the necklace and just needed to know how to get it to me. So of course I called her back. I love free jewelry, who doesn't? Little did I know this phone call was going to change my life. I'm going to start crying. After giving her my mailing address, Sue would ask me if I was happy with my business, where my business was. I had never really asked myself that question before. So I responded with, no, I guess not. So then she went on to say that if I was wanting more from my business, then she would love for me to participate in the Step Up Your Business training program she was starting. Well, why not, I figured. I had stumbled along all by myself for that first year and did my $15,000, so imagine what I could do with some training. So I agreed. Before the first training, we talked again. Crazy, I know, I answered 2 phone calls from her in less than 2 weeks. It was during that call that Sue helped me set my goals for my business. Up until that point, I never really thought about goals before. So she taught me that if you don't set your goals, you really don't know where you need to be aiming at. So she helped me realize that what I really wanted for my business, I just really wanted to be home with my family, which I find very ironic considering I started to get away from mom a little bit more. So my mom, she'd been a single mom raising 3 kids on a waitress's pay. She was a very hard worker, and we always had everything that we had needed. Following in her footsteps, I too had been a young single mom raising my son with little to no help from his dad. I had to work a full-time job to be able to support the 2 of us. Working full-time meant that I had missed out on a lot of years of events, on sports, on school activities, just to name a few things. After I met my husband and we had our daughter, I just continued to work. That's what I thought I had to do. So again, I have missed out on a lot of things through these years with both my children. During my conversations with Sue, I started to realize what exactly the Pampered Chef could do for me and my family, what having this business could really offer. I just had to put in the work to get that. That's when I set my goal to be a work-at-home mom and replace my full-time income with my Pampered Chef business. Throughout the Step Up Your Business training, I had learned different ideas that would help my business grow. I started to carry my Pampered Chef bag everywhere I went. I also made it a point to change my way of thinking. I changed from, I don't want to be pushy, to I have an amazing opportunity to share, or no one wants to book parties, to parties are a lot of fun and look at everything that we have to offer the hosts. I also began asking everyone if they would like to earn free products by hosting their own parties, or if this is something, the Pampered Chef is something they've ever considered doing before. By making these types of changes, my calendar began to fill up and I was able to start building my team. So, yada yada yada, or no, yabba dabba doo, sorry. I still had the times where I would feel very discouraged, and I had my fair share of no's, but I always had Sue. She was always there offering her encouragement and suggestions and ideas to keep me excited and motivated. So I finally took the leap of faith and I quit my full-time job in September. Woo! Woo! I was only trying to make you cry, not me cry. So now I get to attend all my children's school functions, and I get to attend all their holiday parties. I get to take Hannah, my youngest, to the library on early dismissal days, and I get to be the Girl Scout leader for her troop. I never have to ask for permission to leave work to pick up my kids when they're sick, and I never have to feel guilty about putting my family first. Woo. I never knew or expected that by starting my own Pampered Chef business, it would allow me the opportunity to be the mom and the wife that gets to be there for my family. I never have to miss out on things with my children, and I get to create memories that will last a lifetime. My business has also given my husband the chance to be a better father. He no longer considers it babysitting when he has the kids. I do still get the calls, though, wondering when I'm going to be at home an hour and a half into my show, but that's what the ignore button's for, right? Now that I've reached my initial goal of leaving my full-time job, I have set more goals for myself and my business. I am definitely going to earn that trip to Disneyland. My family deserves that. And I am also setting my sights on becoming an advanced director this year. I want to help people change their lives just like Sue has helped change mine. Not only did Sue offer me training and support, she offered me so much more. She offered me and my family the best gift there is, and that's more time.
That's awesome.
I am so glad that I had returned that call last January. And Sue Signs, I am so glad you asked.